I'm curious, how do you manage to stay focused on your different projects? Because you have a lot of different things going on that you shared with us. How do you manage to stay focused?
I don't always do a great job focusing on one thing, but I've trained myself to focus on many things. So when I am coding, got a podcast running, I got my emails and I'm doing 2 different websites at the same time, but I'm still trying to stay highly efficient. That's the objective here. And in terms of, that's a very good question. At a more of a macro scale, you want to be very careful not to spread yourself thin, because otherwise you do too much of nothing. So the way I look at it is I pick focuses. So I have an objective here. I'm trying to build, just recently, my last 6 weeks, 30% of my time was focused on building online infrastructure, new systems, essentially. I was building 2 or 3 new systems that I want to broadcast, Middle Eastern news and American politics. I would focus heavily on those for a good 6-7 weeks, get that cleanly done, and then move on to the next thing. So eventually, I've got a pretty wide array of domains that I operate in, but I really try to get a certain level of ownership, of mastery on the specific domain before I move on to the next. I might spend 6 months working on marketing. I might spend 6 months learning how Google Ads work, how social media works, but I really try to focus to the point, and I think the line here for me is where I can now hire someone to take over, and I have enough expertise to navigate the project as a leader. That to me is a threshold where I know I've reached it and I can step out and move my attention elsewhere.